Hello fellow humans, it's a moderately less sick Rain here, and we have some fun things to talk about today. I've seen quite a bit floating around on the internet about a grassroots YouTube movement, and it really got me thinking about my life on YouTube. I've been around on YouTube since the summer of 2005, and it was just a little baby back then, but there was actually a pretty awesome community forming already, but you had to look specifically for it. The anime music video people. So I'm probably just sounding weird for saying this, but do you guys remember Avatar? The last airbender, not the blue people? Well, so picture this. YouTube goes live. 1 week later, the very first episode of Avatar airs. YouTube was the place to be if you were an Avatar fan. In fact, my very first channel was used to promote an Avatar fanfic. No, I'm not giving you that URL. Anyway, the only time I had internet access was during the summer. So every summer, I would make a new account because I forgot my password for the other one, and password recovery. It was really crappy back then. And I would make a new channel, and I actually got pretty deep into making AMVs. And it was really great, honestly. We formed contests and groups, and I participated, and I won a few, and, you know, I remember getting my first 10 subscribers, and I was, like, screaming and everything, and I made some really, really good friends that I actually still talk to some of them now. You know, we're all grown up and we still talk about, you know, the old days. But I remember I hit 10 subscribers and I was like, oh my god, Oscar, you know, I got 10 subscribers. And then I hit my first 100 and I was just like ecstatic. And you know, YouTube was so young back then, so you had 100 subscribers, you were a big deal. You know, I hit 500. I almost made it to 600, but never quite made it that far. But I remember winning contests, and I placed second a lot of times, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun, and it was the coolest community ever. And, you know, we all had this really weird thing in common, and it was great. Those summers were the happiest times in my life in that period, because honestly, let's face it, middle school kinda sucks. And I wasn't exactly the popular kid in middle school either, so that just didn't help. But a lot of the fun died when the whole content ID thing got introduced in 2007. You know, people started losing their channels. Yeah, they were replacing audio with other audio. I remember a lot of my videos' audio got replaced with Carol of the Bells, which makes no sense to me at all. Carol of the Bell. Anyway. So, yeah, people were leaving YouTube and everybody was moving over to Vimeo, and I never switched over to Vimeo. I never made the switch. It wasn't, just wasn't something I was super excited about. So I stuck with YouTube for another couple years, and finally in 2009, I was like, that's it, I'm not gonna make any more music videos, and I threw in the towel, and that was it for a couple of years. What got me back into YouTube was actually Let's Players. I had some friends of mine, actually one of them being one of my old YouTube friends, told me that I had a really good personality for doing Let's Plays, and they want to watch me. I had some friends that when I played video games with them, they realized that I wasn't really playing with them. It was kind of me and a conversation with the computer/console or whatever it is that we happen to be playing on. So they thought it was a good idea too, and so I picked up, started a YouTube channel for Let's Plays. I had a cute little thing going, but then I had some pigs, basically, find out about my channel and start leaving absolutely horrible comments and messages and things, and I got to the point where I didn't want to listen to that anymore, and so I quit for about a year, actually. And then, as you know, I wiped everything off of my Let's Play channel, just about, and I started new. All new stuff, new equipment, you know, I did what I could, and then I was like, you know what, I want to make vlogs too, and so I picked up this channel, and here we are. So there is my YouTube life. That's just the way it is. I've been here forever, and I remember what old YouTube was like. It wasn't all cat videos. There was actually still a lot of friendships and things like that, even in the very beginning. It was very cool. And I have no problems, really, with the changes that's been made. I mean, considering the layout in the very beginning versus the layout now is kind of awkward. I miss being able to customize like the background of my channel and have chats and form actual groups and have forums and things like that we used to be able to do. And I miss video replies, because video replies are probably the most fun thing about videos. You post a video and someone's like, hey, here's my reply to you, and then everybody, you know, it was a really great way to network and make some friends. And those are things that I wish they would bring back, but the comment system now is a little weird. I will admit that. I'm not a huge fan of the comment system, but it's just like, YouTube's like Facebook. What's gonna happen is, you know, everybody complains about Facebook when they make a new thing, and then, you know, everybody settles in, and they're like, oh, this isn't so bad, and then, you know, time passes, and eventually they change something else, and everybody gets pissed again. So I've lived through all of the YouTube changes, especially the really big ones, and I don't hate YouTube. I like it. It's cool. So, yeah, that's my little thing on YouTube. Now that that's done, it is fun fact time. Trees. Not particularly the most frightening of plant life. Unless you count the Ents. Those were terrifying. And that tree from Hogwarts, pretty scary too. But as far as our human knowledge goes, we don't really have those types of things around. We do have the Honey Locust Tree, though. That's pretty close. Have you ever wondered what would happen if a cactus got it on with a tree? No? Well, it would probably be this thing of nightmares. This is the Honey Locust Tree, and it was designed to kill you. Those are thorns, and they can be anywhere from a little over an inch to 8 inches long. And the thorns grow thorns. This is not a friendly tree. It only grows naturally in the eastern part of the Midwest United States. Sounds really funny, but the United States is kind of big. So unless you're in those select few states, you're probably not going to run into one of these things. What I want to know is, why aren't these things featured in a horror movie? If you liked what you saw today, I'm glad. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe and join our little group of very special individuals. If you have something swashingly awesome to say, feel free to leave it in the comments. Until next time, have a great week, and your enemies can go climb a Honey Locust Tree.